Tuesday, April 29th, 2025. We're going to jump right in and do the true intentions reading for the community. And then I will get to as many questions as I can. So let's go ahead here. And Spirit, could we please have a true intentions reading for the community? This is going to be a card that suggests what the true intentions are of the people in our lives, what we need to be watching out for, what we need to be aware of. And then we will find out how to navigate that situation. Let's go ahead and put these here. I see someone in the room. If you're popping into the room right now, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and put your question into the chat box and I will read your cards for you. All right, True Intentions Tuesday reading, unsolicited advice. So we have gotten this a few times. Well, I think we've gotten this once in the past couple of months. Unsolicited advice is when someone is offering their opinion on our situation and we didn't ask for it, you know? So, all right, sometimes unsolicited advice comes at just the right time when we need to hear a new perspective, and other times it's not needed at all, or is it appreciated? We've got Anna Banana coming in. Welcome, Anna Banana. Let's find out what we can do with this unsolicited advice that someone wants to offer us. Is this a good time to listen to the unsolicited advice, or is this a time when we can just sort of ignore it and go on our way? Let's see what we can do with this. Okay, so we're starting out with the 8 of Cups in reverse. So this is definitely like whether or not the unsolicited advice is going to influence our decision making. The Devil in reverse, King of Cups. Okay, so I mean, here's the thing. We don't always want to hear the advice from other people. And sometimes we really aren't asking for it, but sometimes it's good to receive it. Sometimes it's exactly what we need to hear in order to choose our path, okay? And in this case, I'm feeling like the unsolicited advice might be exactly what we need to hear. Be careful, because this unsolicited advice has to do with an area of your life where you feel chained to something. You're bound to it. Could be an addiction, could be a habit, could be an unhealthy relationship, like a codependent or abusive relationship. And you've got to really figure out whether or not to take this unsolicited advice, what you're going to do with it. Because it could potentially be the catalyst to breaking away from whatever this chain is and allowing you to understand fully how to navigate the emotional landscape of the situation. Okay, so let's get a little bit more information. Like, it seems like you might be afraid to go off on your own in order to navigate this situation away from whatever's chaining you. Yeah, it's like you're stopped, you're stuck, you're feeling like you can't leave. This person might be guiding you in the right way. King of Cups might be like a therapist or a good friend who's just been in your situation before, and they might have really good advice to offer you. It's like you're afraid to leave a situation. Knight of Wands. Yeah, they're certainly very passionate about the advice they're offering you, and it could be life-changing. So if you are in a situation where you feel bound or chained, if you feel like you can't escape, if you feel like you're kind of just glued to something that seems to be bringing you down, consider the advice that people are giving you, because it sounds like they actually have a deep understanding of what it is you're going through, and they can help you turn the tides, okay? So it's a good thing. The Empress in reverse and the Page of Wands is suggesting that you're not in a good place right now with whatever this is. You're not creating an environment where it is the healthiest and for the highest good of all involved. Certainly not for you. It's time for some self-care, some healing a little bit, and then some inspiration to make another choice. So that is your True Intentions Tuesday reading. I hope that that reaches everyone who it needs to reach. I'm going to go ahead and just thank you for that reading. I'll go ahead and shuffle these cards back up and start answering some questions. All right, Anna Banana says, hello, my kids and I are trying to find a place to live. Will we find a place? Good morning, Taylor Ray. Good morning, Ari. All right, so this is for Anna Banana. She and her kids are trying to find a place to live. Are they going to find a place? Strength, Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay, Five of Pentacles upright. So certainly you have been navigating the situation with a great deal of strength and finesse. And it's definitely taken a lot out of you. I think you've hit the point where you're thinking about worst case scenarios, and you're so worried about things that you're having a hard time making a clear decision and acting on it. And that's sort of keeping you stuck here in this place of uncertainty and scarcity. So what is needed? Okay, so this has to do with your kids. This has to do with you. This is more just describing your current situation. Definitely your children need the ability to feel safe and secure. And you have been feeling unable to navigate that and get it to where it really needs to be. Having a hard time juggling. All right, then we've got the release. We've got the Three of Swords in reverse. This is about moving on past a hardship. Are you seeing that in these cards? I think I need to maybe pull them all over a little bit. Definitely talking about the situation that you're in right now and what is needed to move through this hardship. The Chariot does talk about a move. Queen of Wands in reverse. You've got the King and Queen both in reverse. The Knight of Swords in reverse, and then the Sun upright. Okay. The bottom line here is that you have been so worried and stressed out and feeling like you cannot see your way through this. You can't make a decision, something that's decisive, because you're like, everything's cloudy and everything's worry and everything's like, okay, what are we going to do? You've got to get rid of some of those fears, and you probably just need to go for it. All right. The Chariot is here. You don't necessarily have to pick the perfect spot right now. You just have to pick a better spot right now. You got to choose a place to move that is going to give you what is needed right now. You don't need to be looking for your permanent home, okay? You just need to find something that is going to give you the stability and support and safety that you are looking for right now. I think that this does have to do with you moving away from a bad relationship, or it's the result of not being in a bad relationship. Definitely, you're still like getting over the disappointments here. You're trying to pick up the pieces and you're having a hard time. Yeah, you know what? You keep trying to, I'm seeing this Temperance card followed by the Eight of Wands in reverse. You keep trying to temper the situation. It's like you don't want to think in terms of extremes right now. But I'm feeling like what's coming through is that if you were in a bad situation and you've left that bad situation, although you don't want to jump from one extreme to another, there's too much temperance here. There's too much care being taken to try and make things just right. You have to just make a move, okay? You've got to stop hesitating. Once you can clear the blocks out of the way and just go for it, this is a 1, 2, 3 go exercise, okay? Then things are going to make sense. But you keep on getting trapped in this place of like not having the confidence, and just doubting yourself. You got to get out of that, okay? And the only way to get out of that is to just do it. You got to just do it. You got to just act. And you can use your intuition to navigate through this. Okay, this is part of the messiness of life. You are navigating your way out of a bad situation. You might need to enter into a step in the right direction rather than an extreme jump to what's perfect. Does that make sense? But you got to act. You got to stop hesitating because it is time to move. Chariot is here, and that talks about moving. So that is what you need to do. If you stay stuck in this place of doubt and uncertainty and lack of confidence, you're probably going to have a really hard time making the move and finding the place. If you can jump out of that, you're going to find your home. You're going to find the place to live, okay? And it will be better. You might not love it yet, but you're going to love it for what it is. And it's going to get you ready for the next step. This is a stepping stone. Thank you for that reading. Jean XO, good morning. Taylor Ray, can I get a general reading, please? Yes, let's get a general reading for Taylor Ray. So we're going to do the love, health, career, and what you don't see coming. General reading for Taylor Ray, please. Love, health, career, and what they don't see coming. Love, health, career, what you don't see coming. Wow, so this is so straightforward. Okay, so it might be a time right now in the love arena where you need to take care of yourself, okay? You might be finding yourself in a place where you could be not able to spend as much time with your partner as you would like to be. Maybe it's just a busy time. Maybe there's something that's just getting in the way of you guys spending time together. Make the most of that, okay? Really allow this time that you can't be with your partner to be a time of self-love and to focus inward, all right? So if there's something getting in the way of your relationship and spending time with your partner, allow that to be a good thing. Create that as a time and a space for you to look inward and take care of yourself. Health, looking really good. Whatever you've been doing in terms of your health lately has been a step in the right direction. You are in a place where you have a lot of good health benefits that you are enjoying. So you must be in pretty good health already, and you're probably just making that even better. Okay, so enjoy that right now and keep up, keep doing whatever you're doing. Okay, career, looks like you've been suffering a period of dissatisfaction. This card is, however, in reverse, so it's time to continue weeding through. Don't give up yet. Okay, you're shifting, things are changing, you've gotten yourself out of a bad situation. Now it's like you're trying to find the next good situation. So keep on weeding through that and figuring out where the tweaks need to be made. All right, don't give up. I see that you're not satisfied yet in your career path, but something will be created if you keep on kind of working on that and tweaking things and figuring out what's going to work and what's not going to work. So keep going with that. What you don't see coming is a lot of rebalancing. If you've been feeling like things have been off balance lately, whether it's with your time or energy or resources, there's balance coming. Okay, so things are going to equalize again, and you might even be offered things from other people that will help you regain some equilibrium. All right, so that's your general reading. Thank you for that general reading for Taylor Ray. I appreciate that. Ari, the beautiful Aries princess, do you see me moving during a fire sign season, like Leo season or Sagittarius season. Okay, let's see. Will Aerie, the beautiful Aries princess, be moving during a fire sign season? Let's find out. Will Aerie, the beautiful Aries princess, be moving during a fire sign season? Knight of Swords in reverse, Four of Cups in reverse, the Moon upright, the Hanged Man upright, the Four of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Cups in reverse. Well, we don't have really any, I don't think any of these are really fire sign cards. The Moon, I'm feeling the strongest pull from here, and the Hanged Man. It seems as though if you've been getting clued into a possible move during a fire sign, then you're being asked to act as if that is the case. Okay, if you're feeling intuitively like the move is going to occur during the fire season, then you want to act on that as if that's going to happen. Okay, because that is the driving factor here. There's no confirmation that you're going to definitely move during the fire sign seasons. That being said, you are supposed to be manifesting right now as if that is the case. Okay, does that make sense? So keep on assuming that you're moving during the fire sign season. And then it's going to be like whatever happens as a result of that is when you were supposed to move. So I hope that that makes sense. And you don't want to sleep on anything. Like, you definitely don't want to just assume that like something magical is going to occur and something is going to fall into your lap during fire sign seasons. The point is for you to act as if and manifest as if you are moving during the fire sign seasons so that you get the right move in your future. All right. But don't wait, don't hesitate, and don't assume that it's just going to happen. All right. I think that you definitely understand that message. Yeah. And break yourself away from something. There's going to be a release in the fire sign seasons. Okay. So if you're doing everything right now to prepare as if you're moving then, you're going to create some kind of broken apart bondage. You're going to be released. It's going to create something for you. Probably something better than you even imagine, because that is how the universe works. So yeah, continue moving in as if you are moving during fire sign seasons, and let's see what happens. Okay? Thank you for that reading. Jean XO, currently reading for Anna Banana, Taylor Ray, Aerie the Beautiful, Aries Princess. Jean XO, post your question. All right, Jean XO, where's your question, Jean XO? May I ask what Libra's feelings? Okay, so your question is down a little bit further. So I'm going to go ahead with, hi, Marvelous Noob, how you doing? Mila. So I'm going to do Mila, good morning, Stephen, and then I will read for Jean XO. All right. Hello, ma'am. L3, how are you? Would you be okay to check my situation with Felipe? Sure, still no contact. I wonder if he thinks about coming to me seriously or not at all. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Bless you. Okay. What's going on with Mila and Felipe? What is Felipe going to do? Mila. Thinking about coming toward her? Thinking about entering into a situation. What's going on with Mila and Felipe? What are Felipe's intentions toward Mila? This is blocked energy. Felipe is not thinking about doing anything to advance your situation. Okay, the Eight of Wands in reverse is a like hard stop. Ace of Swords upright, Page of Wands upright. Okay, so this is interesting because Felipe has a hard stop in your direction because they are spending time thinking and getting some clarity. They've been struck with a new idea. I remember talking to you and a long time ago, and your cards came up and they suggested that your reaching out to Felipe was creating something for Felipe. It was opening something. It was creating some kind of healing. That has given him some insight. And he is now in a position where he is inspired to make some changes, inspired to learn and grow. And that is where he is right now. So he's not fully connecting your reaching out to him with this new inspiration. Does that make sense? He's not yet ready to make any decisions. He's still in the inspiration and new ideas phase. Okay, that is why his energy is blocked toward you, because he's in himself. He's dealing with his own stuff right now. There's a bit of whether or not he's dealing with like whether or not to transform, what this is going to look like. Okay. Ultimately, you guys still have a chance, though. The Two of Cups coming in here is saying that you guys still do make a really good partnership. You guys bring out the best in each other. So Felipe's action toward you is nil. He's not putting any action toward you. That being said, it's not going to hurt for you to reach out to Felipe and continue growing and nurturing some kind of relationship with them. Okay, they're just not in a place right now where they are putting their energy in that situation because they are focused inward. They're working some things out and transforming. Okay, so that's what's going on with Felipe. No harm in reaching out. All right, it's totally fine. It's, in fact, it's a good idea for you to just reach out to him again. See how he's doing. Maybe he needs a little bit more insight, a little prompting. Figure out what direction he's going to take. Just ask him questions. Thank you for that reading. Okay, so now we've got Gene XO. May I ask what Libra's feelings, intentions, and next actions are toward you? Yes, let's find out. Libra's feelings, intentions, and next actions are toward Gene XO. Libra, and Gene XO. Not much. Four of Swords. I think Libra is taking their time with this. They're not really acting on anything. There's not enough clarity. Yeah, they really don't know what their intentions are. There's some cloudiness. They haven't decided yet. I think that they are hesitant to reach out to you in some way. Like they're hesitant to give more. That's what I'm, it's like they're interested in you, but they're very hesitant to be vulnerable with you. So they're not acting on anything. They are concerned and they're not sure. They're definitely sort of, they're compelled. Okay, they're intrigued. They want to know more about you before they open up. Does that make sense? They don't have intentions that are clear yet. Their intentions are not clear because they don't understand you well enough. Yeah, Libra seems to take a great deal of, they seem to value their own social capital very highly. okay? And they're guarded. So they like to navigate things in interpersonal relationships very slowly and learn a whole lot about other people before they decide who they're going to be within that relationship. So they're not very forthcoming, all right? And it's not necessarily for the purpose of being in any way selfish or malignant or, taking advantage of other people. It's more for their own sense of security. Like they really take their time before they open up. And it's because of past heartbreak. Look, they've got the Lover's card in reverse, the Nine of Swords upright, and then the Justice. This is simply their way of protecting themselves, okay? So their intentions toward you are not positive or negative. They are very, at this moment right now, coming from a place of self-protection, self-preservation, okay? So it's up to you. Do you want that kind of relationship with someone? Are you comfortable with that? Can you be patient? Are you willing to open up a little bit more or give the time and space needed to learn more about them? They're not going to rush into anything. Ball is kind of in your court with that in terms of how you want to navigate it. You got to decide what you want there. And I think, honestly, with the energy coming in through Libra, one of the things that they need to know is what your intentions are. So, it might be worth opening up and letting them know what your intentions are. And then they kind of know what they're dealing with, They're just very uncertain. Marvelous Noob, thank you for that reading. Marvelous Noob. There is this girl I know, it's my friend's ex, and I liked her before they broke up 3 years ago. But I don't know if she's showing me signs or she's just a friend. I want to know about our love life. Okay. All right, there's this girl. She's an ex of one of Marvelous Noob's friends. Marvelous Noob been interested for a long time. Now, what is this girl up to? Is she interested in Marvelous Noob, or is she just one of her friends? This girl is not at a place right now where she's going to be at all forthcoming with you, okay? She does not know what to do with you because of the history, because she has dated your friend, because I don't think she wants you to know all of her secrets. I don't think that she is comfortable sharing with you everything about her past. I don't think she feels very good about dating someone who is the friend of one of her exes. There's going to be a whole heck of a lot of work here in this relationship, and I think it's kind of a no-go. Like, maybe you like her, but now is definitely not the time. Her intentions aren't clear with you. It's like maybe she has some feelings toward you, or maybe there's a little bit of like chemistry, but she's not going to act on that. So she's keeping you in the friend zone for sure. The Emperor, she doesn't know how to navigate this. She's interested, but she doesn't really know how best to go about it. Emperor in reverse, and then the Page of Wands upright. Yeah, she just needs time to think things through because she is not strong enough to navigate anything complicated right now. She does not want anything complicated. And there's also like this element of her not wanting to get too involved with anyone who's going to connect her back with her past mistakes. Okay, so there's a lot of muddy water around this, a lot of baggage that this person does not know how to navigate. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely not going anywhere fast, that's for sure. There needs to be more space, more time in between the ex and you and her. It's too complicated. She doesn't want anything complicated. Even if she is interested, she doesn't feel like it's worth the complication. So, things can change. You can work on it. You can spend more time with them. I would say if you express your feelings on a big scale right now, you're probably just going to scare her off, though. She needs more time and space. She's not ready to jump in with this right now. Thank you for that reading. Sita, hey, how are you? I'm glad to hear it, Stephen. I'm really glad to hear it. Yeah, Ari, I feel that. I feel that big. Keep doing what you think would be needed to move out during a fire season. Okay? That's what you need to be doing right now in order to work toward this. But it's not going to happen on its own by default. The action has to be that you plan to move during a fire season. Okay? Thank you, Gene XO. All right, Sita, you're asking about money. Let's find out about earning money for Sita. Sita Shri. What's coming in for Sita in terms of earning money? All right, Sita, right now, whatever you're doing to earn money is not going to work anytime soon. It might be time to reach out and get a new job, join a team, work with other people. You got to do some networking here, okay? Whatever you're doing right now is not going to work anytime soon. You've got to change course. You're going to have to spend a little bit of money to make a little bit of money, okay? So this could have to do with investing in yourself in some way, going back to school. You gotta be willing to make some changes, okay? Whether that's investing your time or your resources or letting go of some things that you assume you're meant to be doing in order to take a new opportunity, all right? So in order to earn money, you definitely need to make some changes. You've got to look in another direction, and you want that direction to be focused on a new group of people. That could be a new company or a new team, new partnerships, new investing firm. I don't know what your situation is right now financially, but you need some new teams. Okay, that's what you need to do to earn money. All right, that will get you out of this sort of state of dissatisfaction financially. Wander Duck, I'm feeling like I'm saying a bunch of vague shit. What's your question? You do not appear to have a question. Anna Banana. You're welcome, Anna Banana. Raymond Torres, hello. Will I get communication from my fiance this week, and will she want to reconcile? Okay, let's see. Raymond Torres, fiance. Reconciliation this week. Reconciliation this week. Reconciliation. No, it won't be this week. It won't be this week. Your fiance really needs some space to figure out what she wants to do. Okay? She is on a path of self-improvement, growth, prosperity, figuring out what is the best for all involved. Okay? And right now she is in a place where she does not have space for you. She's going to need more time. There is no opportunity for reconciliation this week. Absolutely not. Okay, so Raymond, what are you going to do with that information? Okay, it seems like there was an opportunity before for things to sort of work out, but there has definitely been a breaking point here along the way. Something has shifted in your relationship, and I feel very strongly coming through that you are desperately pining for this person. You really want things to work. You love them so much, but something is in disrepair right now. And you're going to have to give her the space to figure out, oh, look, and here it is. She really does need the time to lick her wounds and figure out what she wants to do. And you should be doing the same. Okay? Take this opportunity right now away from your fiance to figure out your highest good. All right? That's what's needed this week. Don't be concerned with reaching out to your fiance or waiting for her to reach out to you, because that's not what time it is. That's not going to help anybody. Thank you for letting me read your cards. Thank you for reading. All right. $11.11. You're welcome, Taylor Ray. Good morning, Divine Timing. Message for the day. Yeah, Divine Timing, let's get a general message for you today. You want that? Oh, nope, I'm getting a no on that. I'm getting a no on that. What is Divine Timing's message for today? It's got to be something. I'm being asked to have a structure here. What structure do you want to send? Okay. The current situation, what to do, what not to do. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. Divine Timing. The current situation, what to do and what not to do. That is how your message wants to come through today. All right? Current situation, transformation. That's a big one. Your current situation is bringing an end to something and creating something new. All right? Are you feeling that? Creating closure and opening the space for rebirth. This is very transformative energy coming in. That's the situation. So what to do? What to do? Rebalance. You need to allow yourself to feel unsteady at the moment, okay? If you are in the midst of a transformation, you want to allow yourself to reallocate. You want to allow yourself to feel unsteady. You want to rebalance. You want to shift the energies. Go with it, okay? What not to do. What not to do is try to do this alone, okay? What not to do is repeat the same pattern that you have before. If you can look back at your life and identify the moments of transformation when you've been confronted with opportunities to transform, see if you can find a pattern in how you reacted to those situations, and don't do that. Whatever it is that you typically do, it's time to try something new today. All right? You really got to shift things around. And you might have to be willing to let some things go that you haven't been willing to let go of before. Okay? That element is in this card. Don't forget that you are protected. Your guides are with you. This is all part of the growth process. If you don't transform today in the way that you had hoped, it's okay. You're going to have another opportunity to do this again in the future. But today is an opportunity that is yours if you choose to take it. All right? That's your reading today. That's your message. Thank you, Divine Timing. Thank you for that message. Yeah, Stephen Uri. A good old general to do with an overall overview. Okay, just a real general to-do list for Stephen Uri. What can Stephen Uri do? What is he to do? Got the Fool coming in. What to do? What to do? What to do for Stephen Uri today? Oh, the Lover's card. And the Fool. Okay, Stephen Uri, if you have been thinking about reaching out to someone or exploring potential romantic relationships, that is what you should be focusing on. Okay? Dive in. Dive into romance today. All right? See what that does for you. It's not going to be a quick, don't get discouraged. If you choose this, it's not going to happen right away. Okay? Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. And this could be suggesting a couple of things in this love reading here. One, be patient. Okay? When you get the gears turning, you don't always get from point A to point B as quickly as you hope. But that doesn't mean you aren't getting there. And the other thing is, if you're focusing on love and relationships today, you might need to set aside your focus on other aspects of life, your material possessions, your income, your, the creature comforts, all right? The things that you typically rely on to bring you peace and comfort and structure and stability. Don't focus too much on that today. It's time to focus on love. All right. Anything else coming in? Yeah, you know what? I know that you have had concerns about um, the people who you work with, the people who you rely on, the people who have been there and have had some kind of involvement with your financial situation. Don't focus on that today. All right? Today is not to be focused on that. Focus on love today. Focus on romantic relationships today, specifically in terms of starting a new one. All right? Or bringing a relationship to the next level, being really open about your intentions there. Don't focus on this other stuff today. That's not on the to-do list. All right? Love on the to-do list for Stephen Uri. Thank you for that reading. Thank you for letting me read your cards. Thank you, Gene XO. All right, let me just kind of scroll down. All right, so we've got a few more, and then I'm going to call it. So here's who I'm going to read for before I close out. I'm going to read for. Let me make sure I have everybody so far. I do. Okay, so Dr. Confession, Crislin, Sasha. So those three, I'm going to read for those three, and that's it. So if you come in after Gene XO says, everyone, please remember to like and share. Whoop, whoop. Yes, please. If you come in with a question after that, I won't take it today. And also, by the way, guys, housekeeping here, I will not be here tomorrow. I've got to be out all day. So the all signs reading is not going to happen tomorrow at its usually, scheduled time. I'll see if I can maybe get in there later tomorrow, like in the evening, but I'm not really sure I'll be able to do that. So I might not see you till Thursday. All right, let me go ahead back up here. Thank you, Gene XO. And see, it was, let's see, Dr. Confession. When will Dr. Confession get a job? 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 Six of Cups coming in here. And then the Two of Cups in reverse. And then the Queen of Wands. Okay, interesting. There is an opportunity. Someone's going to offer you a job. And when you see that job offer, it's not going to look good to you. You're not going to want to take it. You're going to have reservations about it. Okay? The thing is, though, you're being asked to see that creatively. All right? Yeah, really consider it. Reconsider it. If someone has already offered you a job opportunity and you've turned it down, consider what if. Like, okay, what if I took that job? What would that look like? Would it offer me XYZ? What opportunities would it create? See if you can think outside of the box on that a little bit creatively. It might be that you need to hold space for this offer in order for it to turn into something. Okay? And it's either going to turn into something or it's going to lead you to something. All right? But you are being asked to hold a space for it. And it might be a leadership role. It might be a management position or a leadership role. So maybe consider it. Okay? Just keep this in mind. If you haven't already turned down a job opportunity that someone has tried to offer you, consider that there's something that might be coming that your knee-jerk reaction is going to be like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't do that. I don't want to get involved in that. I have no experience in that, whatever. Reconsider. Okay? I think it's going to be an opportunity for you that turns into something more than what you think it can. All right? So that was for Dr. Confession. Thank you very much for letting me read your cards today. Thank you for that reading. You're welcome, Mila Mila. Okay, Krislin. Okay, so what is going on with Krislin and Leoncio? Are they going to break up? Or are they going to break up? I'm having some misunderstandings right now. Are they going to break up over this? Are they going to stay together? Knight of Swords in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I think you need a little bit of time and space. Okay, you might need to separate for a little bit. You might need to take a break from each other. I think that is coming through. There's no way to really work things out the way they are. It's not going to go anywhere. The communication is lacking. The clarity is lacking. There's too much thinking about each individual instead of the other person. There's not much empathy occurring right now. And that's not good for a relationship. So you might want to take a break. You might really want to take a break and go rejuvenate, get re-energized, go hook up with some friends, go have some fun. You need to take a break from this relationship and go reconnect with some of your friends, some of your closest relationships, and let things give yourself an opportunity to reassess. Okay, it's time for a break on this relationship. It's not going anywhere the way it is right now. This is not going to lead to something better. You're not going to have a massive breakthrough. It's time to take a break and go do something else. All right. Thank you for letting me read your cards, Krislin. Thank you for that reading. I thought we were really good friends because we talked every day and I helped him with work to make a lot of money. I had a family death and he never checked on me or bothered to reach out. It's wild. That is wild. You're welcome, GeneXO. Yeah, I think that given the reading you had today with Libra, they are so focused on self-protection and preservation. They don't give much in a relationship. If this is what you're saying, I mean, I see how that can create this situation in your relationship. If they're constantly concerned about their own self-preservation, yeah, that can get weird, and it can certainly show up in ways like this where you're there for them, and then when you're in need, when you could use a friend, they don't really know what to do. They don't know how to offer that. It's something about it feels too vulnerable for them, and they can't extend themselves that far. So not great. Thank you, Dr. Confession. Yeah, I think she is complicated. Sasha. Okay, so we got Sasha, and that one is probably going to be it. So My ex has new girlfriend, but is trying to date me again. I would like to be with him again, but what about his current girlfriend? I'm conflicted. Okay. Six of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Five of Swords, the Lovers. This feels very much like a no-win situation. You're basically being told to abide by the golden rule with this Six of Pentacles here. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Your concern right now is knowing that this is a bit of it is a love triangle. You don't want to be disappointed. You want the opportunity to be with this person who you clearly want to be with. And if they're showing you that they're interested in being with you, you want that to happen. But the truth is, someone has to get disappointed. If you're going to move forward with this relationship with your ex-boyfriend, they're going to have to put their current relationship to an end. There can be no lying. There can be no betrayal. When I was shuffling the cards, I was paying attention to what was in my right hand, and there was the Ten of Swords in there. That can indicate backstabbing. You don't want to go there, okay? Definitely handle this situation with integrity. Things are going to work out for someone. It's going to be you. You don't know yet if it's going to work out for your best and highest good with your ex or with someone new. But in order to achieve this card, you've got to handle things right now in a way that you would want other people to handle them with you. Okay? So you're going to either have to say, no, it's not the time. I don't want to be with you right now because you're with someone else. And then go off and look for somebody else, do your own thing. Or you're going to say, okay, listen, if you want to be with me, you're going to have to break it off with that person. And you also, Sasha, might need to be forthcoming with this girlfriend that he has right now. You might need to, talk to the ex-boyfriend and say, here's what needs to happen. And if you want to be with me, you gotta be okay with me, being clear to this girlfriend of yours that I am going to be in a relationship with you. There can't be any sneakiness. Yeah. There's going to be talking behind the back. You don't want that. You do not want that. It's not going to go well for you. You're going to have to put a lot of love into this. You have to come from a place of integrity here. All right? That's what's coming through. So you have an opportunity for a beautiful relationship either with your ex-boyfriend or with someone else. But in order to get that as quickly as possible, you need to handle this in a way that is fair. Okay? So thank you for that reading. Stephen, you're welcome, Stephen. Thank you, Stone Ladder Designs. Thank you, Fashionista. All right, guys, that was everyone today. Thank you so much for stopping in. As I mentioned, tomorrow will not be a typical all signs reading. I might not be able to do it at all. So if I see you tomorrow, it won't be until the evening. If I don't pop in the evening for all signs, I will see you on Thursday for Third Eye Thursday. All right, have a great day, and I will see you later.